Oh my goodness, I just finally read Dragonslayer. So I literally bought the book Monday, started it that night, and finished it Tuesday morning. And then I immediately sat down to make this video because, oh my gosh, it was so amazing. This happens every time Tui writes a new book. I think, oh yeah, Wings of Fire. You know, I can wait a few months to buy this book. It's not so amazing. And every time, without fail, I end up loving it. No other series does this to me. Right, before I dive in, spoiler warning. Turn back now if you don't want spoilers. And now I'm going to start talking about all the good things in this book. Deathbringer! Deathbringer came back. Oh my moons, Deathbringer's back in the book. I have been waiting for this forever. The cosmic forces of the universe heard my prayers. This book helped me realize that Deathbringer is my favorite character. Sorry, Keebly, you might have freckles and an amazing brain, but how can that compare with my sarcastic assassin baby? Oh my gosh, I only got a few chapters with Deathbringer in them, but it was the best part of the whole book. Also, Ren. Ren is a tiny savage, and I absolutely adore her. Tui has this amazing writing style that's wild and funny and ironic, and it really shone in this book, especially with baby Ren, and teenager Ren, and really any scene with Ren in it, because Ren is just like that. Okay, where do I even begin? This book was so good. I'm so glad I finally got it. I think it's really cool that Tui was able to tie all of these scavenger sighting stories together. It makes me wonder, did she have any inkling of this back when she was writing the first arc? Or did she just paste things together? Or was it just that strange luck that I found authors have? That coincidental, oh hey, look how this worked out. Totally planned that. Ren is such an interesting character to me. I love how she and Sky grew up together, and oh my goodness, Sky! How many people had theories about Peril's brother being alive for years? I wasn't even one of those people, but wow, I'm holding out for Peril to meet her brother. Okay, but back to Ren. I absolutely love how she is more scared of humans than she is of dragons. I love how she's so matter-of-fact in her speech and mannerisms. And I love the way that she and Sky are pretty much siblings with their little human-dragon hybrid language and their teasing and whatnot. Oh, and Leaf with his little Ren voice in his head. I like Leaf a lot too. Moving directly to all the characters I love. Deathbringer, duh. Also Ren, and Foxglove and Grove were both awesome little side characters. And secondarily Rose and Leaf, and Deathbringer again. He gets to be on both lists. The only part of Deathbringer being my favorite character that makes me sad is the fact that he's not a main character. And he's not even a secondary character right now, so I'm kind of worried that we won't see much more of him. Although at least I get the murder basket joke now. Speaking of characters who I want to see, the whole idea of dragons and humans interacting peacefully gives me so many ideas about dragons who would love that. Winter, for one. I mean, this seems like a great time for Tui to give Winter a new part in the series. Not to mention Cricket. She's super interested in scavengers, and, third arc spoilers, Cricket will be coming to Pyria soon, so... Plus, thanks to that ominous partial cliffhanger in the epilogue, I bet we're going to get another legend story with these characters, or maybe they'll even play a part in books 14 and 15. Oh, thinking about the epilogue makes me think about Undauntable. I'm trying not to jump to conclusions with this guy, but I'm not sure I like him much. He seems redeemable, but a little entitled and clueless and pompous, which makes me think about the characters whose incineration I would have very much enjoyed. This list begins with Dragonmancers, and then Heath. Heath is only below the Dragonmancers because Heath is a little pathetic. The list then goes on to include General Sandstorm, who did die, so I mean, I'm feeling a little appeased. And the Invincible Lord, who's only at the end because I forgot to include him before Heath. Okay, back to Ren and Deathbringer. I loved when Ren was trying to threaten him and she accidentally stabbed him in the claw and then immediately apologized, and then she was like, no wait, I'm not sorry, I'm threatening you. Now I'm going to talk about Ivy and her friends for a second. Am I the only one who finds Ivy's artist struggles hilarious? It's like Tui knows exactly what we struggle to draw and had Ivy struggle with the same thing. I thought it was so cool that she was interested in dragons and the different kinds of dragons. Not to mention the Wing Watcher's Guide to Dragons in the front of the book was incredibly hilarious, especially when it listed Nightwings as possible mutants and Rainwings as the most dangerous and deadly. Finally, someone has it straight. Okay, I'm thinking about scavengers again. And now that I think about it, Tui had to have had some idea of what was going on, because in book 5, when Sunny found the scavengers that we now know were Ivy and Leaf, Ivy did the shoulder gesturing and stuff, so even back then, Tui could have known part of the story, and that's really cool to me. I love figuring out how authors come up with their stories. Getting into the writing a little bit, this book had so many twists and turns and strange little connecting pieces. I absolutely loved reading it and thinking, oh, so this is what happened? And is that... No way! Then this must mean that she is, and he is, wow, what a coincidence! I sure hope nobody was expecting rational analysis from this video, because as you've probably realized by now, I'm incapable of it. Honestly, I know some people have reservations about this book because it's centered around humans instead of dragons, but it's shaping up to be one of my favorites so far. I think book 10 still holds the favorite award for me, but Dragonslayer is rising pretty rapidly in my esteem. The amount of times I randomly burst out laughing while reading it alone are enough to prove its worth. I think I laughed the most when Undauntable proposed to Ren. Speaking of which, what a boneheaded thing to do. But it was kind of sweet how much he missed her. That's what makes him a little bit redeemable in my eyes. Switching gears once again, the amount of sibling content in this book made my older sibling heart happy. Daffodil offering to train Ren in the ways of a knowing little sisterhood is near the top of the list of best things in this book, especially when Ivy warned Leaf what trouble he was in. I liked Ron a lot too, and again, the sibling bond between Ren and Sky was amazing and so cute. I think Sky was an adorable character all around, if a little idealistic and naive. His love of animals is adorable too, and I need to find a new adjective to describe him with. I'm not sure how many times I've already called him adorable, but really what other word is there to use? So, of course I had to draw him for this video. And yeah, somewhere inside my brain I know that he's actually an adult dragon by now, just like his sister Peril. But that doesn't mean I can't draw him as a dragonette forever. Overall, 10 out of 10. Dragonslayer was an awesome book, and if you haven't read it, then you have to read it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope nobody got annoyed with my insane ramblings, but this soon after finishing a book this good, with this much book hangover, what did you expect? I literally set the book down and then began work on this video. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to make me extra happy, and everyone please remember to stay safe and have a wonderful week.